Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 US Battleship Iowa. It has 9 main guns, 20 secondary guns, 69 AA guns, a top speed at 30.5 knots, total health 68,100. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main battery, faster turret rotation on the main battery, lower chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, and for my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, faster turret traverse, lower cooldown on damage control, superintendent, and advanced firing training. We are on the map Land of Fire, and this is the first Iowa gameplay on my channel ever. Back in closed beta, I just bought the Iowa. I played maybe one game in it and closed beta ended. So I never had a chance to share a really good game. This is a very good game, and it's a very short game. So one module that you might have noticed at the beginning is the faster turret traverse. This was the first game I was in this ship with that module. I have no idea if it's worth loading in. I just want to let you know that's what is equipped currently. So the turret traverse is much faster than it would normally be. The US Battleship line is interesting. The accuracy module is not available until Tier 9 and 10. And it's 3 million credits. So I've got to justify that cost when I have all these other battleships to purchase. Enemy Iowa is also headed to the sea area. I wanted to head towards sea because I felt like it was a little undergunned. A lot of the battles happen around A with battleships, but there's justification for a battleship to support sea just as well. And the enemy Iowa is very aggressively moving into sea. Don't know if I would quite do that. He has an upgraded hull. This is a stock hull, stock everything except for speed. That's the first one that I could purchase, and it's the most affordable, so I went ahead and bought it. And you could see that the tracking on the turrets is very easy. I believe my first salvo on the enemy Iowa, and friendly torpedoes barely miss. My first salvo on the Iowa, I was hard to starboard, and I was still able to track the target. You couldn't do that without this special module, but this module nerfs the rate of fire a ton. I lost around 5 seconds on the reload. Again, first game, I don't know if I want to justify it. I was just trying it out. It's only 500,000 credits. It's very cheap to try out. And the Iowa, he's gonna get slammed by torpedoes, and he gets slammed by me, 10,000. Very good tag team tactics. And a big battleship is taken out of the fight. An enemy Atago and an enemy Gearing are in the area. These bombers made like they wanted to drop on my ship, but I don't think they ever did. If they did, they missed. We're lining up on the Atago. He's moving away, so we elevate the aim. Doesn't look like he's continuing his turn, so this could work out in our favor. And is it going to? Oh yes, it does. 22,000 points of damage, Citadel penetration, and 4 rounds total. 3 regular, 1 Citadel. Make contact with the Atago. He's way low now. Another enemy cruiser is in the area, of course. He's very low also. He was fighting friendlies on the eastern side of sea. He tries to engage us but completely misses. There's a little air battle above me. Please give me some air kills for that mission. Tomorrow, or today, as you're watching this, ranked should be unlocked, and you should now be able to complete a challenge. That's all they're calling it, a challenge. Doesn't reward a lot, 3 total flags, but maybe it leads to something else that gives you much more rewards. And everything misses except a single shot for 4,500. Friendlies should be able to follow up and finish off the enemy New Orleans, and yes, they do. The enemy New Orleans is completely destroyed. We have no... Oh, here comes some torpedoes. This is destroyer torpedoes. Only one makes contact. Does a buttload of damage, causes flooding. We use damage control, which I believe we still have the stock damage control. We just haven't swapped it out yet. I'm really desperate for credits, guys. It's really bad. So, anything where I can get a little bit, I'm going to try. I really want to get these missions done so I can get a lot of rewards from that. And we're headed for C. C, of course, is technically the destroyer spawn. While we're heading, we see an enemy Atago. He either assisted in capture or he's just in the area to help protect the gearing. He's showing his side. I don't think he realizes quite how dangerous the scenario is for him, and we unload everything. Waterline shot, and oh yes! 40,000 points of damage, one shot that Atago. But we got torpedoes. Port, hard to port, hard to port. Oh! Very close, very close. More torpedoes. And it looks like there's going to be a gap, so we just need to bring it back, bring it back. Oh, come on, don't hit this one. Oh, scraping the paint with both of those torpedoes. Wow, okay. And we fire on the Atago, waterline shot, and we completely obliterate that Atago. Oh my, that minute, 1 minute. That was 1 minute in the battle, and we completely destroy an Atago 100-0, avoid 2 sets of torpedoes, barely. And then we transition to a low health Atago and completely destroyed him too with the very next salvo. Just amazing. It's the perfect storm of scenarios where people are showing their side. I have the turret rotation just right to be in position and ready to go. And the torpedoes were coming at me just at the right angle that I was able to avoid them. The Iowa can't avoid torpedoes that well, and we barely avoided them. Enemy gearing is somewhere between B and C in the south. I hope that my teammates will deal with it. The cruisers and the destroyers are much better at dealing with that particular ship. We are going after a Baltimore. He's showing nothing. He's going straight away from us. He's very aware that I want to kill him. So we lead the target, and we're able to get a couple AP land on the target. 9,000, that's about as good as you can get whenever you fire your shots at a target that's moving directly away or directly towards you. Inevitably, there's going to be shots that are too far to the left and too far to the right of the target. They're just spaced out in such a manner that it's really hard to maintain that perfect accuracy. So I'm going to take 9K. That's one of the best shots I've ever had when a target is moving away rapidly. We follow it up with another salvo. We lead the target, and we lead the target too much this time. Only one round makes contact. It does do 3,000 points of damage, but it was pretty much a wasted salvo, and that's the trick. You got to use that squished oval where you just barely lead the target. Don't want to overestimate the speed of these ships when they're moving away. Now, you should overestimate something like a Soviet destroyer. They're very fast, but Baltimore is 30 to 33 knots. Max speed, no maneuvering. It's not that fast, right? Friendlies take out the enemy cruiser in the background. We were almost in range. I saw his health. I decided to focus on the Baltimore. He's not my kill. As long as they get him, I'm just fine with it. I don't want to take kills. I take kills, and I always feel bad about it. I've had kills taken. You know, it's not a big deal, but if you spend the time taking out the target, you deserve the kill. I'm going to try and help you get it. As long as he's not actively killing someone that's barely alive. And the Baltimore shows a lot of his side. We get 13,000 points of damage. No Citadel penetration, though. But he's now at 50% life. Enemy aircraft carrier shows up. He's full health, though. 60,000 points of damage required in order to kill him. I'm going to try and focus on the Baltimore as long as he's visible to me. And come on, he's not going to angle that much. Looks like he's just trying to get away and survive. I don't blame him. There's an enemy Iowa up here too, who's also basically holding his fire, hoping that we'll cap out quicker. Enemy Baltimore falls off the radar. Only target available, we fire on the enemy, and we're able to do 5,800 points of damage. Minimal. We're not going to kill this guy before the game ends. No way. Too much health. We would have to get crazy citadels. Of course, this is the game where we one-shot a ship, so maybe? Look how fast the tick rate's going. The Baltimore shows back up. I really would like to kill him. He is reasonable to kill, so we fire on his position. Enemy Iowa is very low too, and we lead him just a little bit. He's able to avoid. The shell is in the air so long that he sees it, tracks it, and avoids. We transition back to the carrier, see if we can get some damage, and someone blew that carrier up. He dropped fast. So, 2 kills, 6 citadels. I didn't have my daily double. We did 2200 base XP. Not bad. That Montana did a great job. We did 130,000 points of damage. Not bad. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.